Hi everyone, this is Cheery Enchantress, and this is your daily dust for Sunday, October 29th, if you're watching in real time, but it can also be for whenever you stumble upon it. It's a timeless reading. I am using the Disney Villains Tarot deck as a countdown to Halloween, but this is a fun deck to use any time of the year, especially if you're a Disney fan, and I often like to do Disney themed readings and pick a cards and bring out the princesses, and I like using the Villains Tarot sometimes for that obstacle or that thing that gets in the way of the fairy tale. So let's have a look. Now sometimes the villains messages are kind of nice, actually. They're not always about obstacles, they're also about a positive thing. See, it's a really nice box. Oopsie, you got the Six of Wands at the bottom. That's cute. And a nice book that has color illustrations. And I colored it in this nice kind of purpley pink color. To go with the backing. I love that backing too. It's pretty. And it bends really nice. It's not a stiff deck, but it's kind of, you know, the cards are sort of thick, but not too thick. And they're matte, but they bend. It's like one of the best decks to shuffle because it bends really good. It's very sturdy, and you can, you know, bend it back. Okay, let's pick from the middle 3 cards for a collective message. All right, we have the Queen of Coins, Death, and the Nine of Wands. All right, let's zoom on in and see what we get. It's kind of funny because I'm going through some stuff here, so but it still doesn't keep me from being able to do readings. It's just, you know, we all have things that kind of like parallel to our personal lives paralleling to our work lives. And I was just thinking to myself this morning, like, it's okay if I'm the villain as long as everybody's all right, you know, like if somebody wants to paint me as a villain, then that's okay. And then I didn't realize that I had pulled the Villains Tarot and how it correlates, but it might correlate a little bit, you know, sometimes for the greater good, just like yesterday's reading said. Sometimes things are for the greater good. So the Queen of Coins is a really good person. In normal decks, in the Queen of Coins, in the Disney Villains, we have Madame Medusa. Oh, and she's from the Rescuers, right? And the Queen of Coins is a smart and calculating figure who cultivates material abundance for herself. As the owner of a pawn shop, Madame Medusa exemplifies the entrepreneurial spirit of the Queen of Coins. This card represents prosperity, success in business, and a happy home life. So that's good news. So we all want that happy home life, and we all want to feel comfortable and successful with our coins. And I feel like that could be coming for you, a nice successful situation. So I hope you know by now that death doesn't represent actual death. In most cases, all it is sort of a change, of a transformation. Death card, to me in Disney, the best examples of the death card is Cinderella, when the fairy godmother changes her gown into a beautiful, or her rags into a beautiful ball gown, and also the Beast, when he changes from the Beast into the Prince. But here we have actual Hades to represent death, because he is the villain, and it can represent transitions too and rites of passage. This hot-headed Hades, though, is the god of the underworld, and he's in charge of souls who transition from life into death. And he's clever and witty, and sometimes the death card isn't all doom and gloom. Sometimes it just represents progression and change. So when the tarot card of death is drawn upright, it's a clear sign you're going through an important transition. Whether you're traveling to a dream destination, like Mount Olympus, or making a career change from god of the underworld to king of the gods, maybe, this tarot card shows that big shifts are coming your way. Take inspiration from Hades and keep your trademark sense of humor about you throughout this transformation. Staying positive and excited will make the whole process go smoothly. And also, I'm seeing that this could represent a big change in your money matters, since we have the Queen of Coins. And so whenever you have a big change, you have to figure out what to do with it, right? And it's sort of unexpected. Also, it's kind of interesting how I'm getting such a reversed energy from it. Not reverse per se, but that the death card in this sense is actually like really positive, where sometimes we see it as negative. And the reason why we see it as negative is that it's an outside source. So it's a major arcana card, and because it's major arcana, it represents an outside influence that you feel like you have no control over. But in this case, it's an outside influence that kind of is a happy surprise that's helping you move into a better way of life. And so then we have the Nine of Wands. You know, you've been through a lot, been there, done that, and I feel like now you're about to get a second wind and to get some good bonuses out of this ability to weather the storm or to weather this shift in your life. If you haven't yet weathered this storm, if you're still kind of going through it, you know, because the death card represents a transition, the transition phase varies from person to person. So the Nine of Wands could represent that it's time for you to stay protective, like stay on guard, protect yourself, lay low, don't push things until you're fully ready. So conserve your energy and your resources. You're not alone though, and don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. So maybe today's not the day to do anything drastic or anything big. Maybe save it for another day and reserve your energy today. But there are some changes and shifting going on here, and I feel it's all for the positive. Also, we've been in a lunar, well, we had a lunar eclipse, and that really strong portal between the solar eclipse and this lunar eclipse has been bringing a lot of shifting and changing in the universe, and for personal reasons, and also bigger, broader, collective earth, you know, spiritual reasons. But eventually we're all going to come out positive on the other end of all of this shifting and transitioning and growing and learning and transforming. It's just on this particular day, I feel it's important just to lay low and conserve your energy, and don't feel guilty if you need to rest or ask anybody for help. Just be at peace, and more work will be had later, but you're on the right track. As long as you don't resist these changes, I think you'll be fine. But yeah, and be aware, it may be uncomfortable. Sometimes changes are. It may take adjustment. Sometimes changes do. But I feel the ultimate result will definitely be in your favor. So I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.